Have you ever wondered what it takes to become fearless, courageous, and confident? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you some practical tips that have worked wonders for me and I know can help you too. So stick around. Hi guys, it's Antoinette the Confident Woman and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things relating to confident living. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you like what you see, then consider subscribing. Well, let's just get straight into it. I have been on this confidence journey for a while now, and although I have ups and downs, and I still do, the growth I've seen is immense. So I feel I'm now at a stage where I can shed some light on how I've gotten here. And please note, like I always say, this is from my experience. It may not necessarily be for everyone or work for you the way it's worked for me. Know yourself and know your stuff. I found that knowing yourself comes with time and different experiences. But on a basic level, I think it's good to be aware of yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, how you're wired, your tendencies. I've mentioned in previous videos that self-awareness is vital. And as a side note, sometimes you think you know yourself, but others around you may think differently. So try and get feedback from those closest to you, those that can be honest and open. Confidence is rooted in knowledge, and if you don't have the knowledge of how to do something, then you're going to lack confidence in that area. Similarly, if you don't know who you are, then you're bound to lack confidence. And that was my experience. I had to get to the stage where I knew that my confidence didn't lie in myself, but in Christ. And that changed things around for me drastically. So although I don't like being rejected, when I was rejected, it no longer fazed me. It no longer shook me because my confidence was no longer in the opinions of other people or what they thought about me. You see, it's all good me giving you these general pointers, which are very helpful, but ultimately we are all different, designed differently, we react differently, and God knows us all on an individual basis. So he knows what's going to work best for you as a person. And that's what I found, like when I went through my journey. If you followed me, you know that I've been led to read certain books, do certain things that the next person might not necessarily need to do. But he knew that I needed it to acquire that specific information, knowledge to take me to the next step. So I've always put my faith at the center of what I've been doing, and it's been transformational. It has transformed me as a person. On the other side of the coin, other than body confidence, if you're trying to build confidence in a particular area or specialist topic, or you just want to perfect like a certain skill, then rehearse over it, mill it, study it in and out, read books, listen to podcasts. Arm yourself with knowledge. In today's society, there's no excuse for getting information. And the more information or knowledge you have, the more confident you're going to feel. Remember the good old adage, practice makes perfect. Faith it until you make it. Coined from the well-known statement, fake it until you make it. I say faith it because sometimes you just got to step out in faith, even when you can't see anything or you think you can't do it. This is kind of linked to the first point I was talking about, and you're feeling the fear, you're quaking in your boots, you don't think you can handle the pressure, or you're underqualified. But not until you try it or you know what you're actually capable of doing. So basically, do it afraid. For instance, you have to give a talk and you're scared of public speaking. Still prepare for it. Push yourself to doing it. I can clearly remember the first few times I had to speak in public, and I literally didn't feel good for the days, weeks running up to it. And just before I mounted the stage, I thought I was going to have a severe panic attack. It was that bad. Bad. It was that bad. But I still did it, and when I finished, I realized it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. All the doubt was literally in my head. So similarly, when I started these videos, I was very insecure about my physical appearance, especially my nose, which happens to be slap bang in the middle of my face. There's no hiding this, you know. But me being scared, I still pulled myself together. I still put myself on YouTube. Even though I was scared of people's reactions, it didn't stop me, so to say. And look at me today. Through my self-consciousness, I still put myself out there, and it's not been as bad as I thought it would be. My nose may not be my best feature, but I still love myself regardless. And I no longer worry about what people think of it on or off camera. And I went through this whole stage where I saw other YouTubers, how they were just slaying their makeup. And I knew I really wasn't good at makeup. So I started to get insecure about that. Like, what are people gonna say? Like, they'll start cussing me like my makeup isn't on point. But again, I had to remind myself of why I was doing this. So what if people cuss me? people are always going to find something to talk about. So I had to push that to the side. And I'm not saying insecurities don't creep up, but I no longer allow them to affect the way I feel about myself. Also, if like me, you are socially awkward, a bit of an introvert, I used to be so socially awkward. Force yourself to talk to people that you don't know at get-togethers, at parties. Do these things through your fear. Practice them. Force yourself to be in uncomfortable situations. It might sound weird, but it will help you grow and build your confidence. Amongst other stuff, lack of confidence can also stunt your etiquette skills. You may know what to do, but you don't do it, or you don't do it properly because you fear. I would avoid looking people in the eye, making eye contact, avoid having conversations, all of that, just because the thought of doing some of these things was so daunting to me. And if I'm honest, I still get a little scared when I'm put in uncomfortable situations. But this brutal method has been tremendous in helping me. And that's why I'm saying this and recommending it to you. Look at this from another angle. Sometimes you may feel that you're not meant to be doing something, for instance, and you may think to yourself, oh, I could never speak in public or address a crowd because I'm shy and I'm not an extrovert. But have you ever stopped to think that the very thing that you're running away from is probably what you're meant to be doing, and you would end up doing it really well if only you believed in your God-given abilities and not your inadequacies? You may not be fulfilled right now because you're not doing what you're meant to be doing, what you're wired to be doing. And so many people are currently missing out on life and what life has to offer just because they're in fear. This was me, and this is why I'm saying this to you. So think about it. Get boosters. An example of this is if your teeth's brown, for instance, and it's causing you to be overly self-conscious, then go whiten them. If you wear your hair a certain way, it boosts your confidence, or if you know that wearing makeup boosts your confidence, then do it. Just don't let these things have you. And the line is so thin sometimes that you don't even know when you've crossed over. And what do I mean by this? For instance, don't begin to wear makeup and then you get to a stage where you can no longer be seen by anyone if you're not wearing makeup, because then it's no longer a booster, but something that you're using to hide your insecurities. And I'm being very careful here because I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself. I think because people think I talk about inner confidence that I condone improving your outer appearance, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm a very strong believer that if you look good, then you're going to feel great, and I know this from experience. So the bottom line is, what I'm trying to say is, do everything in moderation. And I know that things to do with our physical appearance can knock our confidence. This was the story of my past life. And that's why I never say to people, don't do X, Y, Z, if X, Y, Z is what's going to make them feel confident. However, it's worth bearing in mind that if your emphasis is so much on the external without looking in and sorting out the reason you want to change certain things about yourself, then regardless of what you change, you may still feel bad within yourself because you're not doing it from a place of love. You're doing it from a place of, oh, you hate yourself or you hate that particular thing. I think I might have to do a separate video on all of this where I can go in depth in this topic because it is another topic on itself. So let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see this sort of video. Anyway, back to my main point, because that was just a major detour. Minor little boosters here and there will definitely help you build your confidence. It could be with the way you dress, how you present yourself, how you walk, whatever you do that can help you boost your confidence, then do it. And also have boosters like positive memos around your workspace, your bedroom, your phone, just little pick-me-ups. So when you're down, you can pick yourself up. People swear by reading out positive affirmations to themselves on a continual basis, which for me is similar to the list of confident building scriptures that I have. You can check out my blog if you want to see them. I have a list there. I constantly refer to them when I'm feeling down because you need to talk to your thoughts. Shut them down with your words because words are powerful. Be patient and stick at it. You're going through a process of renewing your mind and it's an everyday thing. You need to put the effort in and like every other thing in life, eagerly desire to see change. There's a tendency for us to want to give up when we don't see instant results, and becoming confident or less insecure about ourselves definitely is not a microwave process. It's not going to happen overnight. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't expect to see a full blown up tree the next week. So don't give up. Don't be hard on yourself. Enjoy the process. A baby falls down many times before they finally master the art of walking. Likewise, keep building. Even when you can't see where all this effort is going, keep at it. It was rather impractical of me to think that I was suddenly going to sprout up being so confident after spending years of pulling myself down. So give yourself some time, pace yourself, and always remember never to compare your journey or your pace to other people and what they're going through. Read the blog post that I have on my website. Keep going. Every day you're going to get a step closer to your goal. Remember my motto, it's one step at a time to becoming confident. Being confident doesn't stop insecurities and troubles from arising. It just enables you to handle them a lot better and not let them dictate your life and how you live. So if you must, have your emotional meltdown, but don't let it keep you down. Be free. For me, the first step to freedom was realizing that I was making a decision. I was making a choice to fare. In any situation, I could choose either to fare or not to fare. So I had to make the right choice no matter how uncomfortable it was for me. Fear cripples you from doing what you can do. It makes you think you can't do certain things and it stops you from living. And as a side note, watch what you're saying. When you fear, there's a tendency for you to talk doubtful and negative words. And this doesn't do anything but pull you down. Your words are power. You should be bringing life to your situation. So if things are going a bit Pete Tong for you, check your mouth. I had this all frazzled up and it's still an area of weakness for me, which I'm just tackling because I know words frame our lives. You also need to be free from people pleasing. And this is something I mentioned before, caring about the opinions of other people. They are not living your life. They are not contributing to your life. So why should you care? You know, not until recently did I realize that there was a thing where some people would, like, for instance, post a picture on social media like Instagram. And if they didn't get the response or enough likes, they would delete it. And I'm thinking, why? This is after I had a conversation with a few of my youngers. Why would you do that? Why would you end up deleting a picture that you were comfortable enough with posting, you liked in the first place, just because other people didn't like it? And they're like, oh, it's because of it's status, it's a status thing. What status? It means you're living your life being run by the opinions of other people. And you can't be confident if what other people say or think about you comes precedent before what you think about yourself. So guys, I'm going to leave it there for now. Let me know if you liked this and if you have any other suggestions and tips that can help other people or that have worked for you, please mention it below. Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe. Join this wonderful community of like-minded people. Anyway, guys, until next time, remember it's one step at a time to becoming confident. Bye for now.